crack on, just crack on, Royal. And that came to a point years later where the wheels came off. And I told you on the icebreakers, I sat in front of a doctor and had a breakdown, age 36 years old.
What did you go to the doctor for? Talk through that, if you don't mind.
No, it's fine, mate. I'm trying to give you a good answer. I reached the point of kind of like, I didn't know what else to do. I was I'd gone from that great job in Dartmouth. I'd gone and done a ship's draft, went on this operation called Operation Kipian, which is like a drug busting ship's operation. They do it in the Northern Arabian Gulf and Indian Ocean and that. And on the ship, I was depressed. I didn't realize at the time, but I was suffering with depression because I was in pain. That's when the problem started. Ankle, before the surgery.
What were the symptoms, though, of the depression?
Bearing in mind I was the PTI on the ship, my job was to motivate, inspire 130 people from captain down to the bottom rank, run circuits, keep everyone motivated, a bit like the ship's clown, walk around and make sure everyone's happy, run events. I didn't want to speak to people. I wanted to hide away in my bunk. I didn't want to go out into the light. It's 40 degrees outside, beautiful Indian Ocean. Didn't want to go outside. Missing the family and my little boy. Hated everyone. I was supposed to be the life and soul of the ship, and I was 32, 3, 4, 35 years old, and I just didn't. I was just shit. And it was a guy that went around to different corners of the globe, around the world, looking at why the life expectancy was 100 years old and good quality of life, not just hanging out, but good quality of life. And the conclusion, spoiler alert, for those who've not watched it, was there was no magic pill. There was no answer other than movement, lifestyle, stress levels, holistic health, nutrition, happiness, meditation, mindfulness, all these buzzwords, which are all really simplistic. But when you put them together, they create this enormous effect of holistic health. Hence what I do, Warrior Wellness Movement, a little bit of a plug. But it was a fascinating program. And it was kind of like, right, so we know this, so why are we not doing it? And then I was unemployed. And then the worst happened because we went into lockdown.
Oh, mate.
And I had nothing. None of this furlough, none of this support. I was like, I'm in a bad way here. So me and my brother, who you know, X2 Para.
Toby.
Yeah. 30-year service between us. And here we are driving vans, delivering parcels for Amazon, DPD, and all these shitty companies. No disrespect to people that do that, but we were going, what's our life come to here? This is...
You're doing it together?
Well, separate vans, but on the phone all day long, just talking shit and going, this is shit, this is shit. And then the way these companies were run was an eye-opener. Like, you know, we talk about military leadership, and I don't know how the hell they're multi-million-pound operations, because Jesus Christ, they are run like off the back of a fag packet. We did that for a couple of years, and we ended up actually getting a good gig with a local courier, and they looked after us really well, but it brought its own stresses. The first 6 months of that COVID lockdown, we were like, you know, like Mexicans on the line getting picked. Yeah, we'll have you today. We were like stood there just like with our vans getting picked. Yeah, we'll have you, like an absolute worthless piece of shit. And we would like walk away with our tails between our legs because we didn't get picked. And then we'd go home and just be like, we need jobs. What are we going to do? The problem is ultra high processed foods that you just talked about, which is just everywhere. And the other one is technology. And like I just said, no, I get it. Technology is how we've advanced, but those two things has made us more sedentary and and less immobile and eating crap. So going back to my gym comment, there's hundreds of millions of gyms out there. There's lots of trainers, there's lots of coaches, there's lots of programs, there's lots of this. But going to the gym for 45 minutes a day is not enough when you're sat on your ass like we are right now. It's not. We're not digging holes in the road. We're not mega active in society. The classic one, I've used this loads, and being in London, escalators, walk up them. You don't have to walk up the stairs. I get that. It's a long way on the tube station. Plus it's hot and you're sweating and you're in your suit. But do something. Don't just stand on your phone on the escalator like this, looking at shite. Because don't tell me you're working. You're not working.
I walk escalators. I walk up escalators.
Yeah, walk up the escalator and look at people. I love this one. Look at people in London. They think you're mad, but look at people. Smile. That's holistic health, right? Get out your own head and yeah, walk up the escalators, get moving. But that's not going to change the world, but that's a small percentage that you can add in to what you're doing to be more active. The problem is ultra high processed foods that you just talked about, which is just everywhere. And the other one is technology. And like I just said, no, I get medicine, whilst it's good, it has a lot to answer for with big pharma and just dishing out medicine willy-nilly instead of going after the root cause of holistic health and why are people suffering. You're gonna suffer degenerative diseases at some point, and it of course there's a luck of the draw element and there's hereditary diseases and things. I get that, but if you can look after yourself in a way that's going to prevent diseases from not being overweight, from reducing stress, from staying hydrated, from not putting shite in your body, from movement, being strong, bone health, bone density, gut health, yada, yada, the list goes on, you've got a much better fighting chance of living a quality life and not relying on pills and potions. Medicine, whilst it's good, it has a lot to answer for with big pharma and just dishing out medicine willy-nilly instead of going after the root cause of holistic health and why are people suffering. You're gonna suffer degenerative diseases at some point, and it of course there's a luck of the draw element and there's hereditary diseases and things. I get that, but if you can look after yourself in a way that's going to prevent diseases from not being overweight, from reducing stress, from staying hydrated, from not putting shite in your body, from movement, being strong, bone health, bone density, gut health, yada, yada, the list goes on, you've got a much better fighting chance of